Evening, gang. It's Friday night. Ba 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 ba. You know that song. Hello, gang. Welcome along. It's Friday night. Friday, the 26th of March 2021. A very good evening to you, and welcome to our little Friday night chat show coming to you live from Bracknell in Berkshire. It's been a little bit nippy again today, but the weather is going to dramatically improve next week. It's going to be so warm on one day. Only on one day. Now, as you know, I'm very good at mathematics, and I will be converting, not converting anyone to Catholics or Church of England, nothing like that, or homosexuality. I will be converting the figures live in front of you tonight. A bit like watching Countdown. Like watching Countdown, only I don't make a mistake. You know, like, who was the one who used to do Countdown with the big breasts? I can't remember her name now. Lovely girl. Was it Carol? No, that's the weather girl, isn't it? I can't remember. Anyway, so look, here's the weather. So tomorrow, 11 degrees, okay, which is about 1 degree Fahrenheit. Sunday, 12 degrees, which is about 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Monday, 17 degrees, which is about 87 degrees Fahrenheit. And then Tuesday, 23 degrees, which is 2346 is about 197 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to be on Tuesday. 23 degrees centigrade, 167 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to be on Tuesday. Warm weather is coming, but Wednesday, 16. Thursday, 12. So it's 11, 12, 17, 23, 16, 12, 9. That's it. Summer this year will be on Tuesday, the 30th of April. There you go. March. Tuesday, the 30th of March will be this year's summer. So do enjoy it, gang. Have you got buckets and spades standing by? Little buckets and spades? Are you going to make sandcastles? Are you? I want to see. If you go out and make sandcastles, you must send pictures in and videos of you creating such things. And if you've got little children, 3, 4, 5 years old, right? Don't let them have all the fun. No. When you're on that beach, okay, you're walking past each other. Mum, can I have a bucket and spade? Well, you've got one in. Oh, I want a new one. No, we've got one in the cart. No, I want a new one. All right then. Here it comes. Right, you're going to have a lot of fun. I will have marvellous fun with hopefully my great nephew Harry and great nieces Evie and Olivia. In a few weeks' time when we go to Haven Mablethorpe. Now, we're not expecting any of the places to be open as such. It'll basically be, I think, a caravan in a different area, if you see what I mean. I can't see anything being open there, other than the beach, of course. So that'd be a nice holiday. I should be taking my spray with me, my antivirus spray. I should be going around the caravan as I go in, spraying everything. Very important. You can't be too careful. Don't sit there laughing at me. You can't be too careful. Anyway, so we'll do that. And then I expect a trip to the beach. So we'll go to the beach and they'll have their little buckets and spade, right? So there you are, watching them, having fun with their little buckets and spade, building sandcastles and other little features. Maybe their dad, my nephew Gary, he might be buried in the sand at some point, just the head out there like that. Like that. But there will be all these little sandcastles. And that, my friends, is where the fun begins. Right? There they are, the little children, looking at those sandcastles, so proud. And then you go along and you kick them over. Oh, so much. Why should they have all the fun? Anyway, you'll be able to do that on Tuesday the 30th. So remember that. Get buckets and spades, give them to the kids, let them build their sandcastles, and then either kick them over or fall on them. You know, great fun. Why should they have all the fun? And talking of bucket lists, we want today to start the show by getting your anti-bucket list. Things that you really don't want to do before you die. And I'll be honest with you, I'm looking at some of you today through my little special two-way cameras. I can see a lot of you out there today, so good evening to you. When I say a bucket list before you, I'll be honest, there's some of you look like you've got about an hour left. God, blimey. Some of you look about you've got an hour left. Anyway, anti-bucket list. What things don't you want to do before you die? The things you really don't want to do before you die. I have, as always, prepared the show today on this lovely piece of green paper. See, it's not amateur. I don't just sit here and turn a camera on and talk without any preparation at all. There's preparation involved here. There is. I'm hoping today. Alex Belfield, have you seen his shows recently on YouTube? He did a live this afternoon. How many people watching? How many people watching his show live on YouTube? 10,000. I mean, if he practices a bit more, he might have as many as we do. 10,000, that's okay for a start, I suppose, isn't it? Don't take any notice of those numbers that are in the top left-hand corner. They don't mean anything, dear. They should be the word million next to them, you see. Anyway, so what would you have on your anti-bucket list? Things that you don't want to do before you're dead. I have some for me. Go on a high roller coaster. Can't stand roller coasters. Oh, my God. The thought of someone taking me to the Blackpool, what's it called? The Blackpool, that thing that is really high. I known people that have been on there and they say it goes up and up and up and then it just stops at the top and you can't see anything underneath you. And then it just drops. Now, how is that exciting? Please tell me. Why is it exciting to think you are going to die? It's bad enough getting on a helicopter. Don't want to go on a high roller coaster. I have no intentions of ever, and we see a lot of these little videos on TikTok, jumping off a high cliff straight into the sea. Why would you do that? I mean, presumably, and it tends to be lads trying to impress each other. It does tend to be young lads doing this. They get onto they climb up and up and onto this, and they jump in the water. Now, I'm assuming that they always know before they jump that the water is deep enough. But you could get a gust of wind, couldn't you, and blow you into the rocks. Nice bit of sharp rock at the bottom there. Dead. Don't want to do that. I don't want to go to any sort of Chinese restaurant. Oh, no, I can't bear the smell. I can't stand the smell of Chinese food. I think my sister or my nephew or both, they have sometimes, not often, Chinese takeaways. These little things come, little metal things with a bit of cardboard on the top, and that is a meal. Hasn't been in an oven or on a stove in your house. It's come in this little thing. And the smell. Don't ever want a Chinese meal. I had one. That was it. All I ever had. What would be on your anti-bucket list? Something you don't want to do. I never want to do my own plumbing, painting, carpentry, or any sort of DIY work at all. I have no interest in doing DIY work and mucking it up. And I would. Often hear these people say, anyone can do anything. I don't go along with that at all. How many of you can sit there in a little room on your own with a microphone in front of you and talk crap for 2 hours? Well, most of the people in the chat box, I would imagine. They're doing it now. Have a look. I don't know what it says in there. I'm not in there. If you're new to the show, welcome along. Just to let you know, I'm not in the chat box. I can't see any messages in the chat box. If you'd like to join in on the show, either send us a text there, 07451 287 337, 07451 287 337, or you can send an email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, or shortly you'll be able to call in. If you've got a phone handy and you want to have a chat on the phone, you'll be able to do that as well, okay? So no DIY work. Don't want to do any DIY work at all, ever in my life. Thank you. None. Just gardening. I wouldn't ever want to go skydiving. Why, oh why, would you want to spend, I think, a couple of £100 to go up in an aircraft, the doors open, and you jump out? Why? Why? Unless it's an emergency and the plane is about to explode, I don't understand why you'd want to do that. And if you're I don't know if I should go, someone pushes you out, don't they? Who's done that? Anyone done skydiving? that parachute, what if it don't open? Dead? Splattered on the floor. If you're going to do that, do me a favour. Let me know. I'll come and film it for the show. And if you splatter on the floor, we might get 1 or 2 more viewers. Very exciting. Get to Alex Belfield's 10,000. Be fabulous. Skydiving. It's beyond me. Potholing. You've often heard me talk about some of these things on the show. Potholing. What on earth is all that about? How many people want to die and get buried? Anyone? I bet there's none of you, is there, really? So why would you want to crawl through tiny little holes where you could get stuck into underground things just to look at rocks? Oh, wow. There's a rock. Oh, there's another rock. Oh, there's another rock. You can do that without going down. Just go up a mountain and have a look at the rocks that are already there. You ain't got to climb in any holes. And then, of course, there's always the danger that there might suddenly be a torrential downpour. My auntie had one this afternoon. She's in Tring in Hertfordshire. She says she had a rain downpour there. Have you had one? And when we don't really get them here, not very often. But she had one today. What if you're down a pothole? That happens. It fills up with water. You drown. They might not even find you. You'll just be down there, rotting away. Again, looking at some of you today, you started rotting away even before you're dead. Awful. And perhaps one more thing. I don't want to sit in the middle seat on a plane. Oh, no. Awful. It's bad enough having to sit next to one person, but 2, and they start talking to you, don't they? You've got your... Oh, hello, mate. Sorry? Hello, mate. Yeah, hello. Yeah. Is it... you go flying very up... Pardon? I'm just listening to this. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Do you go flying very often? Yeah. You know, now and again. Thank you. So where are you going today? The same place as you, mate. You know, we're on the same plane. You know, Italy. Oh, right, okay, yeah. Where you pardon? Where you staying in it? Oh, shut up. Don't want to talk to you. That's why I go in the nice seats. One seat. And then they miss out a seat and then they have they can't talk to you there. Wonderful, dear. Why would anyone want to sit in the middle seat on a plane unless it's a small child? And you're trying to comfort them. You know, mummy there, daddy there, child in the middle, and you're trying to comfort them. Why are you trying to comfort them? Because 2 days ago you kicked all the sandcastles over when you were at the beach. That's why you're trying to comfort them. What do you think? You can call in if you want. 0208 144 3477. Lines are open. Operators are standing by tonight to answer your phones, gang. If you've never called before, there's the operators all standing by. If you've never called before, just to let you know, I don't take unknown phone numbers, okay? So if you think you're going to call from an unknown phone number and then quickly put the phone down, it won't work because your call won't be answered, okay? You need to make sure you send your phone number with the when you're calling in, okay? So if you want to call in about that subject or anything else tonight that we're chatting about, 020 8144 3477. 020 8144 3477. Let's have a look at some of your lovely texts coming in today. Hello to you. Where are we at the top there? Pete Remington. Good evening, Pete. Welcome to the show. You're there every time now, aren't you, Pete? Welcome along. Welcome along, Pete. Hello to George Bond. He's been busy today. I'm glad you're busy, George. Glad you're busy, darling. Have you got permission to watch the show tonight, or are you watching secretly? Does your nan know? Quickly, someone ring up George's nan and tell her he's watching the show. What you have to do, George, I think what you're going to have to, on Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, go to bed early and take with you your little mobile phone. Yes. And you'll be able to watch it under the bed sheets. Did you know you can watch this show? I think you can watch it on Alexa. Did you know that? I think you can. Yeah. If you say Amazon, whatever the word is, open YouTube, and then search for the show United Kingdom Talk, 26th of March 2021. I believe you can actually watch a show on an Amazon. Perhaps someone wants to try that for us. Is Mike around today? Yes, he is. There's Mike. Mike, have you got one of those Amazon show machines? Perhaps you can do that for us, all right? Hello to Vera Taylor. Good evening, Vera. Hello, darling. Hello, Vera, you beautiful lady. I'm going to pinch your ear holes. When Vera used to come to the karaoke, I'd stand behind her and bite her ear. She used to like that. Some people would consider that abuse. I don't know why. It's just a bit of fun. Perhaps I'll be taken to court one day for pinching Vera's ears. Abuse of Vera's ear holes. That's what it would say. Do they have a court list of names, don't they? Do they say what someone's done, or is it just a list of names? I don't know. Never been in trouble like that. Vera says, "Hi Chris, this is not one of your topics for tonight, but I do like to hear your Netflix recommendations. I've started watching The One. Somehow I can't see myself getting to the end, but I'll keep going." Oh, not for you, no? Okay. Also, a new series called The Irregulars, a very dark Sherlock Holmes. We like dark. We like strange and mysterious. We do. Very strange and mysterious. Sherlock Holmes, what's it called again? The Irregulars. A very dark Sherlock Holmes type series, but this time Dr. Watson takes the lead with a twist. Wow. Look at that. I didn't know that. There is another show that I mentioned on the radio show this morning. Molly's Game. That's a film. Molly's Game, about a longer film, about 2 minutes, 10 hours, 2 hours, 10 minutes long altogether. And it's about this lady, and she runs poker games and makes loads of money. And that's all I'm telling you, because otherwise I'll spoil it. Very good. I quite enjoyed that. I mean, I suppose I've no idea how poker works, all that business. That's beyond me. You know, I mean, I can do snakes and ladders and Ludo. That's quite good. You know, shake, 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 shake. Oh, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shake, 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 shake. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I've got the snake. Woo! Back down to the bottom. I can do those two. I'm no good at poker. Molly's Game, it's called. Molly's Game. Very good. All right. Hello to Jeff. Good evening, Jeff. Hello, Jeff. Hi, Chris. Hope you're well. Lyndon and I had our second coronavirus jab. I'm okay, but Linda says her arm she had, it feels as if it's on fire. So fingers crossed it goes off. What do you mean goes off? What, on fire? Oh, I hope it doesn't burst into flames. You better stand by with a fire extinguisher there, Jeff. Very dangerous. Stand by, but don't go away or have a bucket of water next to her when you go to bed. Blimey, you might have to suddenly chuck it over it. The arm may burst into flames. You don't know that. How do you know? You don't know. I'm sure it's a little side effect. Is it one of the side effects? Someone will look that up for you, Jeff. Someone look up the side effects. Is burning arm a side effect of the Astra spaceship vaccine? Let us know. Good evening to Diane, Jeb. Hope you're well right there, Jeff. Fingers crossed that stops soon. There he is. It's our Mark Bowles. Hi, Mark. How are you today? There he is. Relaxing. Look at him looking at me, looking for me on his little dating app there. And in front of his girlfriend as well. It's shocking what goes on in that house, dear. She can't wait to get rid of him. I'm sure that's the case. There he is. He had his birthday yesterday. Little pictures up on his Facebook wall of him having birthday and saying, happy birthday to the man of the house. Yes. Man of your house at the moment. Man of my house very soon. When you're dumped, Tina. Unlucky. Say goodbye to the kids as well. They're moving in. I've got the room ready. It's all been painted blue. Little desk in there ready for the boys' PlayStation and all that. It's all there. Mark had his injection yesterday on his birthday. Good evening, Petal, he says. Good evening to you. Which one? Did you have the Astra spaceship one or the Pufsa one? The Pufsa vaccination. You shouldn't have had the Pufsa one. That is selected only for us type of people. Although I didn't get that. I got the Astra spaceship one. Very exciting. Good evening to John Parish. Been waiting all day for you, dear. Why is that? Why have you been waiting all day? Have you got nothing else to do with your life, John? There must be something of interest to you, dear. Bit of DIY, eh? You could do some DIY. I don't know what on what. Anyway, John says, I had a riveting conversation with Danny Boy today on his show. Who's Danny Boy? I don't know who Danny Boy is. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are yearning from glen to glen. That one. Is it that one? Danny Boy? I used to play that on the piano. Evening, John. That's better. Sherry, thank you. Thank God for that. I noticed John Parrish has sent a message, and then quickly after there's the one from Sherry, his missus, where she's clearly grabbed the phone off him very quickly. Very sensible, Sherry. Very, very sensible indeed, Sherry. All right, my darling. Sherry says, good evening, Chris. It's Friday again. Time really flies. You're telling me it does, dear. Flies is an understatement. My friend Ray Reynolds, he's early 70s. And he says the older you get, seriously, the quicker it goes. I sit here, you know, I'm quite busy most of the time. I do get a bit bored at night times, unless I'm doing something like this, of course. And, do you know, I thought my clock said 7:20 then for some reason. It's 22 minutes past 8. And he says the older you get, the faster it goes. I don't know where we found time to go to work, to be honest. I think it's going to be a lot of people, those lucky enough to still have jobs. I think a lot of people are going to have a real problem going back to work after being off for so long. I really believe that. I was actually thinking of trying to find a little job. I don't know what someone of my age would do now. You know, what would I do? I was watching like a spy... What was I watching? Like some sort of spy thing. Like an army, like a wartime thing. Something to do with... I think it what was it now? Was about women in the army, because they don't always get a mention, do they? And of course, we couldn't have won the war without women doing their thing, you know, in fields, and they were in fields. I can't remember the film now. Anyway, and I thought a job that I would like to do is something that where someone would absolutely know my loyalty towards them. You know? Wouldn't be questioned. Something that requires 100% loyalty. And I could give that. I would give that. You know, perhaps something like the Secret Service. Too late now, you know, 58 now. Too late to do anything about that now. But something like the Secret Service, or perhaps something to do with courts and things like that, where my total loyalty is required. And I could be given like a job to do, and then they wouldn't question the fact, has he done it yet? They would just know it gets done. That's a sort of job I would like. Perhaps I could be in the secrets. I could be the James Bond. Ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba-da, ba, ba. I've got to be careful what I'm saying tonight in case the police break in like they did at Alex Belfield's house. I'm not quite sure I'm on the same sort of shaky ground as he is. Eh? This'll do it. This'll do it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? If the police are watching, you ready for this? How do we stop paying the BBC licence? That's it. The BBC will be on the phone now. They'll be on the phone now. How do we stop paying the BBC licence legally? I'm actually considering that. But I don't want to break any laws. I don't want people banging on my door. Oh, you're watching the telly. I believe you can still watch Netflix. It's a bit complicated, really, isn't it? Anyway, hello, Sherry. She says, have a great weekend and hello to all your millions and millions of followers. See, she knows the truth. She knows the truth. Hello to Jason Hughes. Hello, Jason. Good evening to Ollie K, who says, one of the things I wouldn't want to try is fall off my bike because that means you are not elite. You are elite, Ollie K. Elite. Can you do tricks on your bike? Is it like a BMX type thing where you like jump up and do be careful, Ollie. You fall over the wrong way, you break your back, mate. Does your dad know that you do tricks on your bike? They jump up. You see some of these people, I'm certainly over the forest when I'm doing my litter picking there. At the weekends, you get a lot of people on bikes, and some of them are small people, like yourself, Ollie, you know, even younger than you, 7, 8. And there's a very steep hill, and I struggle up going up this hill. It's quite steep, right? And this child, 8 or 9, came flying down this hill on his bike. He had the helmet and all that bit. There's some very strange bike helmets at the moment. They kind of cover the whole face and they stick, a little bit like Darth Vader. Have you got one of those? It's like a Darth Vader helmet with a bit sticking out here, like a beak. I've got a beak, look. Quack, quack. 2 little ducks, 22, yes. Sunday night bingo. And I watched this kid fly down here, and there's like bumps and things. Like, oh my God, you're going to hurt yourself. And if it would be me, I'd be going down. You know, half my hand would be on the brake, just edging down slowly. This little kid's come flying down there, followed by his dad. You know, it's how you cycle. Do be careful, Ollie. You are an elite. I know you're elite. He is elite. Good evening to Rachel Wheatland. Evening to Rachel. Hello, Rachel. Good evening to Mick Davenport. Good evening to Mr. Alan Ross, who's remembered we were on tonight. You should set an alarm. Set an alarm, Alan Ross. Every night I'm there listening to not the whole show, don't get me wrong. I put you on just as I'm about to drift off. Always. Good evening to Mike in Brighton. Good evening, Mike. Mike says, I watch you through my Amazon Fire Stick. You look gorgeous. I think so as well. Yeah, I think I'm looking quite gorgeous tonight, aren't I? Lost a bit of weight, as you can see. You know, look, this is loose now. That used to be tight. Used to be tight. Are you still tight, Mike? Are you loving? No, not Amazon Fire Stick. Amazon Show. You know the little television type thing? I think there's 2 sizes, different size screens. Can anyone or does anyone know that they can watch? I know you can watch the recordings of the show on there. I don't know if you can watch the show live on there, though. Thank you, Mike, in Brighton. On his anti-bucket list, it would have to include seeing Gemma Collins naked and watching Kay Burley back on Sky TV. He doesn't want to see those 2 things. That's on his anti-bucket list. Evening to Gary Ross. Evening, Gary. Hello to you. Fran Green. Evening, Fran. Where were you? Were you there this morning? I can't remember seeing you this morning. Fran says on my anti-bucket list is steak tartare. Oh, no. That's chopped up steak. They don't even cook it. Dirty people. Oh. Just imagine that. Having a piece of steak chopped up and it's not cooked. Oh, vile, isn't it? Vile. Well, you might as well just cut a piece off your pet dog and eat that. Horrible. And Fran says sushi as well. I would rather starve. Sushi. Raw fish. Oh, they're all in Waitrose, aren't they? They've got the sushi bar. All these people with their little hair nets on, making another little thing and putting it in a little plastic thing. Oh, it's vile. How can you eat that stuff? Sushi. Nasty. Nasty. Oh, you haven't even tried it. I know that I won't like it. Don't you? I bet Ollie gets that. Do you get that from your mum and dad, Ollie? Oh, why don't you try it? Because I don't want to try it. It looks horrible. No, go away. Does your mum and dad do that, Ollie? When you've got, oh, what's this, mum? Oh, it's just a, no, I don't want it. Why don't you try it? No, I don't want to. If I go and try a little bit and the fork comes towards your mouth, no. I lived on baked beans, Ollie. We always had baked beans. I've got hundreds of cans of baked beans. I bought another tray last night at Lidl. I love baked beans. Always have done. Thank you, Fran. We are in entire agreement there. Steak tartare and sushi. How disgusting. How disgusting. Good evening to Maureen. Hello, Maureen. Who says, hi, Chris. Congratulations to Jimmy and Charlotte. That's my nephew, Jimmy. It's Jimmy's birthday next week, actually. I think he's 23. 1 minute. What's the date today? 26. Oh, I've got April here. Oh, it's Thursday is the 1st. 1st of April is my nephew's birthday. He's either 23 or 24, I think. Don't suppose he'll want to come on holiday with Uncle Chris anymore. Oh, well. We had a nice time in Florida and Vegas. But now, girlfriend, baby on the way. I've got no one to go on holiday with now. The other nephew's too old. He's got his missus and the 3 children. My niece is too old. She's got her 3 children and husband. No one to go on holiday with. But Evie is 8 years old now. Evie's 8 years old. So another 10 years and I'll be able to take her on holiday. Fabulous. Let's take a call. Good evening to Daniel Woodhouse in Romford in Essex. Good evening, Daniel. Bitch. How are you tonight?
Chris, I'm not in Romford.
Oh, where are you?
I'm in Elm Park.
Elm Park. Is that like... I mean, I knew Romford was rough. Is Elm Park the rough part of Romford?
Oh, no, it's sort of like... You go through like Romford at the top.
Yes.
And then Church, and then Raynham, and Elm Park is that sort of like in between bit of.
Is it on the Is that on the A13 racetrack?
Not far. Well, it's not far from it. As
oh, I used to go on that road when I was DJing in. Coastal Resort in Essex at the end of the A13. What is it? Southend?
Yeah, it must be, yeah.
I used to DJ at a couple of places in Southend. I used to go on this A13. Wasn't too bad on the way there. On the way back, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, my God, did they race down there. I used to stop at the BP station for a sandwich and a bag of crisps on the way home. It was on a roundabout. I've always stopped there. Always stop there. Now and again, I got recognised. Oh, you're the DJ. I quite like that. Doesn't happen anymore.
I even recognised you round here.
Oh, yes, dear. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. My face has been all over the place and has been sat on by many people.
Yeah. What's your big question tonight? What my bucket list?
Your anti-bucket list.
Anti-bucket list. First time I've heard it called that before.
No, well, that's different, isn't it? You know what the bucket list is? Things that you want to do before you're dead. The anti-bucket list is things that you don't want to do before you're dead or at any other time.
Things that I don't want to have to do, more like. I suppose.
Is work one of those, darling?
I've just realised one thing I definitely won't want to ever have to do again, which I did have to do once, thanks to the mother.
What, an enema?
No, mother, because I don't want to have to go to another autism seminar again.
Oh, right. And what
it happened, I think about, 2013?
Was it? Yes.
Yeah, and I think Mother read in the Romford Recorder that, there's going to be this big autism seminar in Avondale. She said, we have this autism seminar, don't we? I think we should go to that, shouldn't we, Daniel? And I went, oh, yeah, all right then, if you like. So, of course, reluctantly, I was dragged kicking and screaming out my flat.
Yeah, so you should be. You
You
should do what your mum tells you to do. Absolutely. It's him. Is your mum listening? It's him, mum. It's him. It's him. Don't go. Watch out, though. You know what these kids are like. Oh, if you touch me, I ring social services.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he'd try that one. I guarantee you he'd try that one, Mrs. W. It's him, darling. Withdrawal of meals. That's what we need. No dinner for you tonight, sunshine. Have you got your fish this week?
No, we couldn't get the fish this week, so I had to have hamburger.
What, you didn't? Maybe they didn't catch any. Have they run out of fish?
The farm shop.
Farm shop steak burger, she says.
Oh, okay.
That's a new one on me.
No, that sounds very fresh. My sister goes to farm shop for
All meat.
All meat and nothing else.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you're going to have onions, it should be as an accompaniment, not.
Oh, do you think so?
Oh yeah, you should never. No, hamburgers don't actually have onions in them. They should be served as an accompaniment on top. Not never put them in.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. If that's what you like, yeah. I love onions. I put a load of onions in my spaghetti arrabetta sauce that I was making in the slow cooker last night.
Spaghetti
Arrabetta, very spicy. Blows your head off.
I think I used to live next door to her once.
Oh, Arrabetta.
Yeah, I think that was her name.
Was she not interested in you either?
Well, I couldn't really. She was Italian, so I couldn't understand the bloody word she was going on about, really.
Well, why do you want to talk to them? You got me to talk to.
I try to. You know me, Chris.
Did she not look at you as a sexual object?
No.
That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah. Where was we? Oh yeah, what happened at the autism seminar? Oh yeah, well it was these so-called elf professionals who like to go on about know
small
everything
people.
about autism.
Did you say elves?
Elf.
You had elves there. Elves.
Yeah, I'm a sort of extender. We can't pronounce H's. You see.
Was it Christmas then?
Can't remember. It was so
where did
long
the
ago
elves
now.
come from? You only usually see elves at Christmas.
The elf professionals.
Oh, health.
Yeah. Down here in the east, we just can't pronounce our H's.
No, well, I can hear that, dear. You haven't got to tell me that, dear.
Yeah, and they get going on. They think they know everything about. As I said, I actually said to Rachel Wheaton this morning. If you want to know about autism, ask the people who've got it, as in me.
Right.
No good. As I always say, no good. Never go good banging on about something that you've not experienced.
So, on your bucket list, you don't want to go to an autism seminar. Did you say seminar?
Yeah, that's
right.
Okay.
What
it was.
Anything else?
Oh, I don't have to go to Breen Sands again.
Oh, Pontin's Breen Sands.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you could go and you might enjoy it next time, my love. Just take your own bedding.
A bit better.
Oh no, how can you sit those beds? It's funny. As I've got older, I now worry about sleeping on another bed, like in a hotel or something like that. All those secretions encrusted in that mattress. It's not nice, is it? And people that have weed the bed. And it's bad, weed the bed. Or there's a hair. Oh, no, there's a hair on your sheets. Disgusting. No. Don't like it.
Yeah.
Tell him about smelly pillows. So we had smelly pillows.
Oh, we had smelling pillows.
Where was that?
Yeah, sorry, what? Sorry, where was it? What? Breen Sands? Yeah.
Smelly pillows. Oh my God, how awful.
Yeah, I was only 15 at the time. I can't quite.
I think maybe we should take our own pillows when we go on holiday. I mean, the mattress is bad enough, but a dirty pillow, no.
Yeah, well, actually, funny. I went to school with someone who he used to claim that he's on a delight checklist.
Yes.
And he always got top of the list was always the bathroom paper.
Oh right.
He said just in case they got the crinkly stuff there.
I've never been on a holiday and they've got the crinkly toilet paper. I've never. No, it's always been like sort of
something. Must have been staying in a posh hotel.
Reason. I don't stay in posh hotels. No, I don't see the point of that. Why would you want to spend £500 a night? That being said, there is a couple of hotels I'd really like to stay at in London, just for a night, maybe 2 nights. Claridge's and the Mandarin Oriental, but you are talking serious money. You couldn't just do it. You know, you couldn't just do it, if you see what I mean. You'd have to. It would have to be a special occasion and save up for it. You're talking some serious money to just stay there for one night.
You want to stay at the Dorchester?
Dorchester? Yeah, that's all right as well. But the two at the top of my list would be Claridge's right at the very top, followed by the Mandarin Oriental.
Yeah, because you know a lot of people go to the Dorchester to die, don't you? Have you heard of that one?
No.
Yeah, it's true. Apparently there's a lot of... I know, it was based on the Fawlty Towers thing, that thing where that bloke died after he'd had his kippers. Actually, I think he died before he had the kippers, actually. And John Cleese got the idea of that he'd heard that there were certain people, mostly old women, they actually used to check into the Dorchester in their night if they weren't feeling all that, because they thought they were going to die, in the hope that they would actually die in the Dorchester, because they want so that their death would be handled in the most decent way possible.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You're making that up.
No, it's what
People
was said.
want to go to the Dorchester to die. How strange.
Yeah.
Oh, that is odd.
Yeah, because I was there once, you know.
What, in the Dorchester?
I was, yeah.
What were you have a cleaning job or something?
No, it was just a day visit, actually, for the benefit of someone had arranged this thing in the college to take us around certain hotels to get to know what they look like.
Is it like one of those day trips for deranged people?
Well, no, it's some of that lot I went to college with, yeah, probably was. They were a bit deranged.
No girls at college for you?
There was no, they weren't really all that. They were a bit.
No.
I mean, this was cooking, Chris, and this was about the time when cooking was becoming more of a man's thing.
Oh yes.
There were very few women, and they were all like, you know, just a bit. They weren't.
And there was one lady, and I bought her cookbook.
Delia.
That's the one, Delia Smith. Yeah.
Oh,
Like
there's
plain-
the phone going.
What's going on now? What's happening now?
It's all right, Chris.
Is that your smoke alarm going off again?
Yeah, it's my mum's got a phone call from Mr. Jeff.
Who's Mr. Jeff?
That's her partner.
Oh.
Yeah, or as I like to call him, London Weekend Jeff.
What, London Weekend Television, your weekend, ITV. Bing, 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 ba 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 ba, da 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 da, bum, ba ba bum bum.
Yeah, because I'm round here. I see my mum round here during the week, you see. So I'm like Thames Television Dan.
Yes.
And then she has the weekend with him, so he's London Weekend Jeff.
Yes. Oh, I like that.
Because you know about why they called it London Weekend?
Because it was on at the weekends in London.
Well, because the London and television bit means exactly that. But the weekend, that actually carried the same meaning as in Dirty Weekend. Because it covered 3 nights, but just 2 days.
Dirty Weekend? Well, I'm not having any of that in this house, my love.
Yeah. Now,
I hope you're not suggesting that I'd have a one-night stand with someone that I didn't even know the name of. Dreadful state of affairs, dear.
Well, in my case, it just depends if you was good-looking enough, then I would.
Yeah, well, good luck. Hopefully you'll have one at some point.
Yeah. But now, Chris, listen, I've had an idea.
Oh.
Do you remember that time about 6 weeks ago now when I did that quiz?
Yes.
And you know, the pyramid game, and it went very well, I thought.
Yes.
Well,
I'll give you that. Yeah.
I'd actually like to do for you, what's my line?
What's my line?
Yes.
Well, you have to guess
the job guessing game.
Is that where you have to guess the job?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. So,
perhaps you'd like to do that on Monday's show. Shall I make a note of that?
Late till Monday.
Shall I make a note of that?
All right.
Then I can advertise it. I mean, we might be lucky and get another subscriber even. I mean, when the subscribers are shooting through the roof at the moment, there was another one 2 weeks ago. Isn't that fabulous?
Yeah, well, and anything I can do to help your show along, Chris, you know.
What's my line? With Daniel Woodhouse. With Daniel Wood. I'll even put that on. You know when I put the advert up for the next show, Okay, what tends to happen, as soon as this show's finished, one of the first things I do is put the advert up for the next show, but there's nothing in the what's going to be in it. I will put that in it tonight. Tonight, let me be the one who's loving you. Not you, but, something like that. Yeah, okay, well, I've made a note of that. That's for Monday's show. We'll do What's My Line. And tell me the format of this, please.
Well, all you have to do is we get the certain person in question, who probably could only really be Mum, and you have to ask her questions about what you think she might have done for living. I mean, she's retired now, but we're talking, the last job she had before she retired.
She's retired?
Yeah, but I'm talking the last job.
She doesn't sound that old on the phone to me, my love.
Oh, you'll be surprised as young. She looks so young, but she's got to be well.
There you go. I know the words to say. She doesn't sound a day past about 30 on the phone. Your mother? Yeah. You're lucky that she's there. I'll tell you that now. Tell him, Mum. Tell him how lucky he is to have you.
She can't hear you. She's on the phone to London Weekend Jeff.
On the phone? Oh, do they do long phone calls, do they?
Upstairs.
Oh. Right, well, I've put that in for Monday then. And what will happen? Has someone got to ring in then, have they?
Well, they could ask questions in the chat box, I suppose.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Do it in the chat.
And then they just as long as they got to yield a yes or no answer for every no that comes out.
No, we'll have to do it.
Then you lose a shot, and you've got 10 shots to get it in.
We'll have to do it as text messages or emails, because I'm not going into the chat box ever.
Yeah. Right.
We did do a double call, didn't we? But I seem to remember I had trouble getting that working.
Well, yeah, because it's got to be for me. Because if I initiate the call, then I get the control of who gets added in it. You see.
Yeah, I can't remember now. Can't remember how that works. No, I think we'll have to do it as a text message, maybe. Okay, Daniel. Well, you're on for that then, dear.
All right. Ting. That's another quiz. And the next word is.
And the next word is.
Bullduktum.
Pardon?
Oh no, bullduktum. Yeah. Actually, I can't remember what the word.
What's bullduktum?
Another word. Immeret.
Bullduktum.
Yeah. I can't. Well, I'll leave bullduktum. I can't remember what that means. But
so
immeret.
You seem to have gone in another direction now, and you've lost me completely.
Yeah,
darling.
I've gone in a call my bluff direction.
Yeah. Well, let's just do. We'll start with What's My Line on Monday. Well, we look forward to that, Daniel.
Yes.
Okay, my love. Well, thanks for calling in today.
Okay, Chris.
An absolute pleasure. And don't forget, my sister is your biggest fan.
Yes.
She loves your calls. She likes you even more than Alex Belfield. Can you believe that?
Well, at least I don't ramble on about. I like to go off in a different way to everyone else.
Yes, and you've gone off a bit now, so I'm going to cut you off. Bye-bye, Daniel.
All right then, Chris.
Thank you for that excellent call. There we are. We look forward to that on Monday then, won't we? What's My Line with Daniel Woodhouse on United Kingdom Talk. Are you looking forward to that, gang? Let's read some of your text messages again, my darlings. Ollie. Ollie says we were talking about him. He's got like one of those bikes and he jumps around on the thing, and his face mask. I said to you, I've seen these full big, like almost a bit scary. I'll be honest with you, a bit scary when you see one of those coming towards you. And Ollie has indeed got one of the full face masks. He got one for his birthday. They are jumps near my house where you go over jumps and try not to die. Oh, do be careful, Ollie. We can't afford to lose a viewer, darling. I mean, we are hemorrhaging numbers. Hemorrhaging, dear. It's hardly anyone here. Can't think why that would be. John Paris says, excuse me, I work from home as a consultant. Not fine for litter picking or DIY. Are you a consult? What do you consult about then, John? What do you consult about? What would I contact you for? You know, what would I contact? I don't know what you do. Perhaps you told me before. I can't remember now, but yeah, there we are. We'll just go back to Maureen's text because I didn't finish that off. Congratulations to nephew. Congratulations to Jimmy and Charlotte. I remember when they came to Central Station after visiting Winter Wonderland. Yes. Yeah, he took her to Winter Wonderland some years ago. And you introduced me to your family about 3 or 4 years ago. It's a long time ago. Surprised now the time passes, doesn't it, Maureen? Eh? It goes so quick. Good evening to Shania. Evening, Shania. Only a week away now, my darling, till that very sad day of the year, Good Friday, when we have hot cross buns. Will you be having hot cross buns, Shania? Hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Yes, please. Yes. I bought a couple of little things in Lidl last night for them. Great nephew Harry and great niece Evie. They were. I didn't want to get something big because they have so many eggs, and you know they do like the sweets. Those two. So I bought them these 2 white lambs, chocolate lambs. Ever so nice in a little packet, and they come in about this. They're downstairs. I'll bring one up Monday. I hope it doesn't melt before then. I'll bring one up Monday. It's right next to the oven. I shouldn't have left it. Oh, the oven. Yeah, you know I told you I was having a bit of a problem with the oven. Anyway, it's happened again. Last night, I was just about to go to bed actually, and I went into the kitchen. I said, "What's that flashing light?" You know, because when it's pitch black, any small light lights up the whole room. There's a light flashing. I looked at the oven, and the bloody clock had reset again to not set. Do you know what I mean? You know when you plug like an oven or something like that in, and the first thing that happens is the clock starts flashing, indicating that you need to set it. Well, that's happened 5 times now. So I thought, I'm going to have to sort this out now. Brand new oven it is. And it happens randomly. It can be fine for 2 days, and then suddenly the light's flashing. So it's like it's had a power cut, except it wouldn't have had a power cut because the whole night I'd been sitting in watching the telly and the electric never went off on there. Right? So give them their due. I sent A.O. You fill out a form and tell them that you've got a problem. Within 3 hours, got a phone call from AO. Hello, really nice lady on the phone. She sounded quite young, very chatty. And she then connected, she went through to Hoover Candy. It's the same company, Candy Hoover, right? And another lady came on the phone. Went, really sorry you're having trouble. Can you tell me what it is? So I told her, okay. She said, well, we can book an engineer to come out to you and see if he's able to sort it out for you. Now, remember, the oven's only a week old. Now, you probably know this already, right? But when you buy something and it doesn't work within a short period of time, you don't want to repair. Seriously, you don't want to repair. Once you've agreed to a repair, that's it. You can't send it back. Okay, so you have to insist on a new one. So she said, we can get an engineer. I said, no, I'm really sorry. It's a brand new oven. I don't want to repair. I'd like you to exchange the oven, please. Ah, right. Okay, I'll just have to go through to my manager about that. Yeah, that's fine. And while she's going through to her manager, I've got up on my mini iPad. That's about 3 years old, my mini iPad now. I got up on my mini iPad the old trade descriptions, the customer... Oh, what do you call it now? You know, your rights. I've got this up there. Consumer rights, and it says, if a product is faulty, you're entitled to a full refund or a replacement. End of story. They want to send a bloke out to repair, you can refuse that, and I would advise you to refuse it as well. If you've had it a few months, that's a different thing altogether. But so I've had the thing 7 days. What is it today? Is it Friday? It's Friday. I've had it 8 days. It came last Thursday. You've got 30 days to sort anything out. So she come back to me. Yeah, that's fine. And then she gave the AO lady this, an uplift number or an uplift number. I don't know what that is. So then she went and the AO lady stayed on the phone. She said, right, well, I've got permission now to come and collect the old one. She says, just to let you know, and it's entirely up to you, you can have the same thing brought to you, or you can have a different one. I said, oh, right, okay. And there's me thinking now at this point, if they bring another one, will it have the same fault? Because when sometimes you buy something and it's like there's a design fault in it. I used to, remember I had Land Rovers, Defender Land Rovers. Ollie, do you know what a Defender is? It's like an old army Jeep type thing, like Land Rover, very square. Like I had 3 of those from brand new. I used to rent them, as part of my DJing thing. Carry around all stuff in it. You didn't need one of those. A transit van would have done it, but I quite like these things. Anyway, so I had 3 of those. And the second one was a blue one. Can't remember the year. And it had this little fault. Wasn't a terrible thing, but when you changed, I can't remember which 2 gears it was. It was either 2 to 3 or 3 to 2. When you would change it and you take your clutch, it wasn't me on the clutch. Wasn't me. You pulled the clutch up and there would be a little jerk. Just a little one. Little jerk. Anyway, took it in. And the maintenance bloke at Land Rover, he came out to see me. He said, hello, mate. He said, I'm afraid I have to tell you, it's a bit of a design fault. They are all doing it. We've had a lot. He said, there's my one over there. Go and take that out for a little drive around and change your gear. You'll find it's doing exactly the same thing. And it was. And I just had to put up with it. Just a design fault. And, changing the oven for exactly the same model, I'm thinking, what if there's a bit of a design fault and it does the same thing? So I started looking through other Wi-Fi ovens. Now, mine was, altogether, it was £256, I think it was. I can't find it now. It was about £256, which is a low price for something like that, right? So I said, who else? She said, well, you got Bosch. So I had a look at Bosch. 620 quid for an oven. 620 quid for that one. And then another one, AEL, something like that. Again, over £600. I thought, oh no, went back to the Hoover ones and they had different models. So mine was what's the cheapest one? Okay, 256. The next one I think was about 356. It was another £100. And I'm looking at the next one up and I'm thinking, well, that looks like the same timer to me and all that. What's the point? And in the end, after and she was very good, this lady on the phone, of AO.com, very good service. After about 10 minutes, I said, I'll tell you what, just give me the same one. I said, if there's a problem with that, I presume we'd do the same thing. She said, yeah, no problem at all. So I ordered the new one and they will literally come and swap it over. Now, one of the things that was worrying me is, of course, I've not got the box anymore. It's a bit of a difference between buying like an iron, or a radio, and it comes in a little box. You can put the box in the corner of the room for a while, can't you? With an oven, there's so much stuff. Polystyrene and plastic, and of course, and that came on the day before the bin man came, you see. So I chucked it all away. She said, oh, don't worry about that. She says, they just take it as it is. Oh, right, okay, happy days. And when would it happen? Sunday morning, 7 till 12, 7 a.m. till 12 p.m. How fantastic is that? So easy, and almost similar to, not quite as easy as Amazon, because with Amazon, you send something back, it's all done online, you do it all yourself, don't need to talk to anyone. Wonderful, sending something on Amazon back, as long as you do it within a certain period of time. Fantastic service, Amazon. And they were almost as good, I will say. So new oven coming again on Sunday, and hopefully this one will be all right. Why that clock is resetting all the time, I do not know. Funny, isn't it, really? So that's good news there, isn't it? Thank you, Shania. Gary Ross says, what hotel will you take Mark Bowles to for your night of... I beg your pardon, Gary Ross. This is not that sort of show, dear. Mark Bowles says, you ring that bell, dear. Here we go. Little bell for you there, Mark. He likes the old bell, don't you, my love? He had a nice birthday yesterday with his family. Mike in Brighton. Let Me Be the One Who's Loving You Tonight by The Shadows. That is correct. A Eurovision song, if I remember rightly. Let me be the one who's loving you tonight and hold me tight. Da, 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 da. And they all come on with those guitars, don't they? Yeah, old Eurovision song. Mike says, you're in a very good mood tonight. You also burst out in song when certain words or phrases are mentioned. Let me put it to the test. Mamma mia, mana mana, ba ba da da da. Mana mana, ba ba da ba. Mana mana, ba 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 ba. Mana mana, ba 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 ba. Oh yeah, I can look at sentences and see a song in there straight away. Let's have a look at the next message, see where this is from. Is it Diet Hot Cross Buns, says Fran Green. Hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross... No, it's not Diet Hot Cross Buns. Good Friday, hot cross buns as well. Yes, I had them for breakfast. They will be oh yes, I'll have my new oven. So Thursday, I will walk down to, when I go to Aldi for the hot cross buns, Marks and Spencer's. Just don't care anymore. I just don't care. Marks and Spencer's for the hot cross buns. I'll get those Thursday. Thursday night, I will put them in my oven and set the timer. I shall set the timer so that when I'll get up in the morning, I'll go into that kitchen, it will be smelling of hot cross buns. So when I do my actually, am I on Tuesday? I don't think I'm on Friday this week. I can't remember now. Am I on Good Friday? Just a moment. Let's have a quick look there. Where's Friday? Good Friday. Hang on. Let me check. Good Friday next week is the 2nd, isn't it? Yes, Friday the 2nd. I've got a feeling I'm not on Good Friday. Oh, I am. I am on Good Friday. Why did I think that? Oh, because I'm back to an hour Friday. Because next week on the radio show, here a little poster for the radio show, darling. There we are. Okay. Where it says 9 till 5. In actual fact, Monday to Thursday next week, I'm doing 8 till 10. I'm trying 2 hours. It's just a little thing to see how I get on with that. All right. Now, I used to be on Liberty Radio in London. That was a medium wave station years ago, 21 years ago now. And on there, I used to do 2, 3, 4, 4.5 hour show, you know. But it was a bit different. It was like a job. And this is not a job. It's a hobby. A hobby. It's a hobby. It's like this is a hobby. You know, it's not a job. Don't get paid. Only occasionally someone sends a nice super chat, and I'm always appreciative of that. Thank you very much, those of you that send tips now and again. But apart from that, you know, we don't get paid to do this. It's a lot more of a hobby. And not an over-expensive hobby. Once you've got the stuff, it's not that expensive to sort of keep going. What is a bit expensive is the bingo, you know, when you give out prizes and things like that. But it's just how it is. But I'm going to try 8 till 10, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, and then Friday it'll be 9 till 10. All right. So thank you for hot cross buns. Yes. So the Friday, hopefully, if it all works and goes to plan, I'll wake up usual time, 7:20. And I'll go down and my kitchen will be or maybe the smell will come up the stairs of hot cross buns from Marks and Spencer's. They're not just any hot cross buns. They're Marks and Spencer's hot cross buns. I also while I'm in there, will get myself a packet of honey roast crisps in readiness for Easter Sunday when Lent is over. They don't do small packets. For Easter Sunday. Fran. Hot cross buns. John Parrish. He does electrical design, mainly in prestigious buildings and hotels. And electrical quality assurance asset management. What's that? Asset management. I don't know what that is. Asset management? Is it asset management you mean there? Electrical... Well, this is a prestigious building, as you well know. John Parrish. Here we are in the Mirable studio. Very prestigious, darling. Even the Mirable works. Look, it all works in here, dear. Lighting, everything, studio lights. Very posh in here. This is a luxury, fully serviced building. You know. Where else can you see the beautiful backdrops and things? Look at all the equipment in here. Look at it all. We've got a clock there. That's the best one for the clock, isn't it? There we go. Look at the clock. As provided by the delightful Denise Andrews. Look at that. Clock there. It's all in here, darling. Even umbrellas in case it rains. Just in case it rains in here. There we are. It's all in here, my love. Thank you, John. Good evening to Adrian Richardson. Good evening. Good evening, Tulip. When it's spring again, I'll bring to you tulips from Amsterdam. Who's going to bring the tulips over? Can't get on a plane. No one to bring the tulips. No tulip. I've got tulips outside. Now, they are a bulb that keep coming up. Bulbs that don't come up again, for me, are daffodils and crocuses. Crocus. They don't seem to come back. I've got crocus leaves out there now. No flower. But tulips come back. They do come back. Mike in Brighton, you do it better than the Muppets. Vera Taylor has got to work on Easter Sunday, have you? Oh, I can't remember what you do now, Vera. Are you Sainsbury's? Are you Sainsbury's? I'm not sure if you're Sainsbury's or not. Let me just check I haven't done my emails today, have I? Let's just quick. Oh, hello to Alan Ross. You asked this morning if you can keep hedgehogs as pets. Yeah, we did that on the radio show this morning. Alan Ross on the radio tonight, gang. Yes, he's on at midnight. The Alan Ross Show. Reach on air, keeping you company through the night. This is Through the Night with Alan Ross on Reach on air. Ba 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 ba. Alan Ross in the night time. Ba ba ba. Reach on air. You got to get one of those done, Alan. It doesn't work, that does it? That's too upbeat for a nighttime show, isn't it? That particular one. Do you know what I mean? I try and be bright and chirpy in the morning. You know, I do try and be bright and chirpy in the morning. Very different being on in the morning and at night. I think there's a real difference in being on at those two different times. Alan says, please see the attached photo. My daughter's hedgehog having a bath. His daughter's got a hedgehog. Wow. And he's sent in a couple of pictures. Unfortunately, I can't put them straight on here. It's a bit clunky if I do that. But I'll try and hold on to those. If you remind me sort of Monday morning to put up, I'll remember to put them on. Hang on. Hedgehog photos. Photos from Alan. And I'll show people those from Alan. And Alan writes in his email, this was a few years ago. Sadly, she's had to be put to sleep recently. Oh. But they are hedgehogs, specially bred for domestic pets. This one hated me. It used to hiss at me, but loved my daughter who could handle her without even getting prickled. Oh, bless. And there's... Oh, my God. They're just such cute little creatures. They really are. So, does a hedgehog... Oh, someone sent me a message on a dating app. Hope Mark Bowles isn't watching. Which one is this? Oh, it's that one, is it? No, just a minute now. Just a minute. Oh, it's him again. Oh, Christ. He keeps this one keeps sending me messages. Oh, there's a phone call. Hang on, let's take a phone call. Hello, George. Good evening, George.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, how are you tonight? All right, darling?
Fine, yeah. I've got one of those Amazon show things.
Oh, yes. Can you watch us on there? Have you tried?
Right. I can't.
Oh, right. Can you get YouTube on it?
It won't come up with YouTube. I need to ask my sister why it don't work.
Ah. Now, my one can do YouTube, but I don't know. I mean, I could watch like one of the old shows on there. I don't know if you can watch the live ones on there. No, you can get your browser app on there, can't you?
No, even browser don't work.
Okay, does the browser come up?
No.
Have you?
It tells me go to settings and turn off restriction.
Okay.
And I can't find it.
Have you got the app on your phone?
Yes.
Let's see if we can help you with this, darling.
Hang on. I ain't got you up.
Settings.
Where are you?
Turn off restrictions. Anything like that, sometimes, George, you can often do a little, Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can often put questions into Google and it can tell you the answers. So turn off restrictions. Let's have a look. That's explicit filtering. Okay, maybe you've got that switched on. Open the Alexa. More settings. Okay, more settings. Music and podcasts. Is your sister coming round, is she?
Yes.
Oh, well, give it to her to do. I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, hang on. Music and podcasts. Try this. You got your settings open, have you?
Oh, hang on.
Okay, go on. Let's try this quickly with you. I can't
Okay,
spend too much time because there's other people waiting for things. Huh?
It's all right. They got low. You've got what's its name waiting for you.
What do you mean waiting?
What you usually put on at the beginning, all those people waiting.
Oh, the operators, yeah, they'd be taking the calls at the moment, lining them up. We're very, very busy here, dear. Alex Belfield doesn't have operators working for him, dear.
No. Yeah, I'm on settings.
Right, you're on settings. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bottom right-hand corner. Can you see more? M-O-R-E.
More. No.
Right, what's it say at the top? Add a device.
It says your profile.
Settings, your profile at the top. Okay, yep. Right, scroll down to music and podcasts.
Got about right at the bottom.
No, not at the bottom. Just go down. So your profile, account settings, device settings. Okay, go a little bit further.
Music and Procast.
Podcast, yes. Okay, just tap that.
Yes.
Right, second setting down, it says profanity filter. What does it say?
Profanity filter. It says voice and P-O-F.
Well, no, you've gone too far now. Just go back one. Where it says profanity filter, does it say disabled?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's not that then. I don't know. We could spend hours on that. I thought I'd just try that one quickly with you. Never mind.
Make sure you don't poke yours with the glasses.
Oh, I've done that before, dear. I've done that before many times. Never mind, George. Anyway, what do you do with your... Do you not watch anything on... Oh, excuse me. Do you not watch anything on that little Amazon show at all, or what?
Well, you can play games on them.
Right. Just say... Try and open up YouTube on it now. Say, Amazon, open YouTube. See what happens.
And it's downstairs.
Oh, is it downstairs?
Yeah.
Or have you got to go and see your nan?
Yes.
Oh, it's probably not a good idea then, my love, while I'm here. No. Have you got your nana Easter egg?
No, because I can't go out. I'm self-isolated.
Oh, right, okay.
Because my PAP's high risk.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, then, anything else to say today, darling?
Not really, no.
All right, George, thanks for calling.
Okay.
You have a nice night. Bye-bye, George.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Oh, yeah, George having a little bit of trouble there with his... I wonder why you can't see the old YouTube there. Never mind. That's just how it is. Alan Ross says, just looking at Liberty Radio on Wikipedia, and your name is it. Oh, is it really? Am I on Wikipedia? Oh, I've made it, dear. Wikipedia. A former presenter alongside some very impressive names. Bruno Brooks, your name is greyed out. Oh. I'm greyed out. I'm not happy with that. I'm greyed out. What does that mean? Do you have to make your own wiki page? I don't know how that works, dear. My own Wikipedia page. I'm greyed out. How rude. Yeah, Vera works at Sainsbury's. I thought you did, Vera. All right, my love. Can't believe you have to work Easter Sunday. Can't you throw the old religious excuse in there, my darling? Because I know you're a staunch Roman Catholic. Like our delightful Shania. Pete Ribington said it might be a faulty connection in the plug that you fitted, Chris. No, it isn't, because I got the wire and I gave it a blooming good shake. Nothing went wrong. Thank you. So shut up! Faulty connect. Me? That's one thing I can do. Put plugs on there. How rude. Clocks are going forward. Yep, that's right, Maureen. Rachel, on the Amazon show, you have to say, Amazon, show me YouTube. So, you know, not the word George. Go downstairs and try it. Say, show me YouTube and see what happens. See if that works for you. All right? Mike in Brighton, sometimes it's best to simply do a hard factory reset on a device. I don't think he's having problems. He just doesn't know how it's working. So let his sister do it. That's the best thing to do, I think. Excuse me. Oh, dear. But Mike does say if your profile is showing an incorrect age or under 18, your device will default to a safe setting. Well, the profanity filter's off, so I don't think it's done that, Mike. But I'm sure we'll get around that somehow. Good. Okay, gang. It looks like the world has missed an opportunity to be quiet. And I'll tell you why. Electric cars. I would love an electric car. Love one. But unfortunately, my garage is not near my house, okay, at this end, right? So I'd have to have an electrical point put in the garage, and they quoted me £4,000 for that. And it would be a separate supply because it's not near the house. So that's a bit out of the question, really. There is a lamppost next to my house, but our council round here aren't doing anything with electrical points. The money's there, they just don't want to do it. Mad, isn't it? So can't do it that way. Also, at the other end, where my caravan is, I only have 16 amps going into the caravan. And if I was to charge up the car from the caravan socket, I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to do anything else in the caravan at all. No tea, no heating, nothing. So not really the thing for me. The thing is with the electric cars, they are quiet. And you've heard these bloody boy racers going up and down the road, haven't you, on their bikes and the cars. They buy that little thing for their exhaust on the little Vauxhall Novas, don't they? And they put this thing on the back of the... What's all that about, lads? Come on! Electric cars, dead quiet. Imagine going through London. Quiet, can't hear the cars. Lovely. But this was on the telly this week. Now, I couldn't find the news story that they pull up. So I've come out with something that's 2019. But apparently this is kicked in now. New electric vehicles will have to feature a noise-emitting device under a European rule. So that's now. It follows concerns that low-emission cars and vans are too quiet, putting pedestrians at risk because they can't be heard as they approach. Well, I mean, it's only because people don't look. You've only got to drive in London and see the idiots that just step out into the road with the earphones in. You see, my opinion is, well, that's your fault for being so stupid. No, we've got to nanny them. We've got to nanny these people because they don't look where they're going. All new types of four-wheel electric vehicles must be fitted with a device which sounds like a traditional engine, it says here. A car's acoustic vehicle alert system must sound when reversing or travelling below 12 mile an hour. You've probably heard one of those before. Beep, beep, like on the bin lorries and all that. I don't know if Vectis is where this has probably got one on his bin lorry. Beep, beep, vehicle reversing. Beep, beep, vehicle reversing. One of those, yeah. And I just think that's a great shame, really. You know, the fact that we are going to have noise put on an electric car because it's too quiet. I do think that's a big shame. And I think we've missed an opportunity there. I don't know what you think about that, but it's just to make us safe, but one of those things. Vera says, can you play Give Me One More Chance by the Terry Green Project on Monday? I would love to. Just let us know early on in the show, would you, V? Love that song. Did you look up the Terry Green Project? She's got a few other tracks there, hasn't she? What else has she got? Hang on, let's see what's on my system. I haven't got all her stuff. I've got Give Me One More Chance, which I think I played a while ago. It's You, that's good. Never Gonna Let Something or Other, can't see the whole thing. And What a Feeling. Terry Green Project, proper soul music. If you want to look her up on the Spotify, she's got loads of stuff on there. All right, so that's our thing about the quiet cars. I'm a little bit upset and hurt this week, gang. A little bit upset and hurt, and I'll tell you why. There's a new banknote. £50 banknote. Alan Turing's on it. The design on the BBC website of the Bank of England's new £50 note features the computer pioneer and codebreaker Alan Turing, it's been revealed. The banknote will enter circulation on 23rd of June. £50 back. Have you got many of those in the... have you got a few? Oh, John Parrish has got a few of those, haven't you, John? Stuffed under that mattress. I bet his missus don't even know. She'd be in there at this moment with a knife, pulling apart the mattress, looking for those £50 notes, aren't you, my love? Watch him, Sherry. Watch him. He hides the money from you, darling. Watch him. It will be the last of the bank's collection to switch from paper to polymer. So it's going to be a plastic banknote again. In keeping with Alan Turing's work, the set is the most secure yet. Old paper £50 notes will still be accepted in shops for some time. So Alan Turing, it was something to do with Morse code. He was born in 1912. In 1936, he produced On Computable Numbers, aged 24. 1952, he was convicted of gross indecency for his relationship with a man. He was gay. 2013, received royal pardon for the conviction, because in those days it was all illegal to be gay and be with another man, you see. That's how it was then. But he did something with Morse code and all that business. And of course the BBC, you know, I mean, I've just told you he's gay. So was it, who was doing the news today? I can't remember who was doing the news. Was it today or yesterday? One of the two. Anyway, so they're on there and saying, and there's been some uproar on Twitter that it's not, they've put a man on there and it's not diverse enough. Well, he's gay. I mean, what do you mean by diverse? What do you mean by diverse? And straight away they're on there. Oh, it's because it's not in my little group of people. Moan, 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 moan. That Twitter is the most worst place you could possibly be on. Don't go on Twitter. Okay? So that's that. Not only that. There's another story in the Mail Online and some of the other papers about Winchester. Winchester University. A university has come under fire for plans to erect sorry, I caught Mark Bowles' ear then when I said that word. Sorry, Mark. A university has come under fire for plans to erect a lifestyle sculpture of Greta Thunberg, with residents saying she's nothing to do with the city. They've got a point. It's these universities again, trying to be hip, isn't it? You know, no doubt in 100 years' time, they'll find something wrong with Greta Thunberg and start tearing down that statue. I think they're just so bored they look for something to do, these people. I really do. This statue, £24,000 this statue costs. Universities, we've got no money. £24,000 on a bronze design sculpture of environmental campaigner called Greta Thunberg. They've actually called the statue Make a Difference. Well, I mean, I'm making a difference now, aren't I? Doing this show. You could be sitting there bored to life until I come on your little screens. Some of you big screens. Perhaps even on George's Amazon show at some point. He's very excited. I'm very excited when you get it working. You could have it. Maybe you could have it set on timer, George. Okay, if your Amazon show is on in the living room where your nan sits, you can have it on timer. And then when I come on at 8 o'clock, Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, I could suddenly appear on your Amazon show. Do you think your nan would like that? Would she like that? If I just appear on her little Amazon device? Huh? Anyway, this £24,000 bronze design sculpture. Many locals have questioned the decision, with some saying it's a tribute a tribute to Kev, the local big issue seller, would have been more popular. And you can understand that. I always thought statues are to do with the people that are in the country, aren't they? I mean, I do get it, but the people in Winchester aren't happy. I do get it. It's like with a banknote. Alan Turing, £50 is on there. Greta Thunberg is going to be made into a statue. Nothing of me. I mean, come on, there must be someone in the Bank of England who's seen this show. Did my name even come up? I'm quite happy, you know. Sit there. You have to do a pose, don't you, to be on a banknote? Let's have a look. You know, I do a pose. Are you allowed to smile? No, the Queen don't smile on her banknotes, does she? Is that, you know? You have to. I think you have to slightly look to the side, don't you? Could you see that on a banknote? Can someone take a quick screenshot? Hang on a minute. Let's get rid of that. Are you ready? Perhaps no. I think no. They are looking slightly at the camera. Hang on a minute. I just. Which way? That way, I think. Oh yeah. I'll do it. Are you ready? Ready? So we're going to do a screenshot of my head and shoulders now to go on the next banknote. Okay. Here we go. I'll do one with a slight smile as well. Okay, so what do you? If you could send that immediately in to the Bank of England, and that'd be great. Perhaps I can get on the new note because I'm very disappointed that I'm on that, not on that one. Mind you, £50. I think I should be on a £100 note. Do they have those £100 notes? Haven't seen one of those for years. Huh? Or if not that, a statue of me. Now, where would my statue go, do you think, Vera? Because I thought I could have a statue of me outside Chariots. But that's closed now. Perhaps the Pleasuredome in Waterloo. I could have a statue of me there, maybe? Where would be the most suitable place for a statue of... Well, I know, at the Vatican. You know, if you go to the Vatican, here, Shania, they've got all the different popes on there, haven't they? I could go up there with the popes. A little statue of me. Why are they giving it to Greta? She's not even living in this country. Well, on that thing. Because that one of... who's the bloke at the top of Trafalgar Square? Who's that now? That's getting worn out now, isn't it? It's a bit worn out. Take that down. Nelson, that's it. Nelson's column. Take that down and put me up there. Here. Haven't pulled that one down, have they? Bit difficult up there, is it, boys and girls? Can't get up to that one, can ya? No. Let's see you try and take that one down. Vile people. Leave the statues alone. What do you reckon, eh? Mike in Brighton, electric cars. I'm very disappointed you didn't do your health and safety impression. Always makes me laugh. Well, it is blooming health and safety all the time, isn't it? Oh, we don't want to do anything. Oh, let's not do anything at all. Let's just stay in our houses and do nothing. Then nothing can ever happen to you. What a boring life that would be. Got to have some sort of, near-death experience throughout your lives, haven't you? Have you ever had one? I'm sure you have, my love. Alan Ross. Alan Turing was instrumental in breaking the U-boat codes during the war based at the famous Bletchley Park Code Breaking Centre, where I've been, actually, Alan. Yeah, I've been there. When I was working for British Telecom, they had a training place there. And I went there. We stayed there it was great, actually. Great. It's funny, really. You were doing the job for 6 months, and then you were sent to a training course to do the job that you'd been doing for 6 months. There were telegraph poles. We climbed up those. It was great. They paid us as normal and sent us on a training course. You had your own room in like a block. Meals, breakfast, lunch and dinner. And at night time, a little bit of a bar where we all used to get pissed. A little bit of a drink. They had a pool table and a television. You didn't have televisions in each of your rooms, not in those days. It's been in the 80s, early 80s, around about 1980... 1984 or 1985, I would say it was, something like that. It was great. And you had great camaraderie with all the other boys, We're all sort of different ages, we were. At night time, there was a pool table there. You could play pool, or just used to sit there drinking lager and eating crisps. It was great. And during the daytime, you do a bit of training. Yeah, it was great, Bletchley Park. And then one night we went to the nightclub, which was in... Ooh. Where was the nightclub? Can't remember where the nightclub was. And anyway, it was very quiet. It was like a Thursday night or something like that. But we went there and had a little bit of a drink together. It was great. Adrian Richardson. The noise in cars help people with sight problems or sight loss. So before I get run over, they could hear the car coming towards them. Why? Well, I mean, I don't see a problem really, Adrian, in you getting run over. I'll be honest with you, you know. I mean, would you be missed? Probably not, darling. You know, it's just how it is, you know. I mean, you could do some damage. I'd be upset if I went over you in my car. You know, might do damage to the car. Bumper come off or something like that. I'd be very upset. Adrian says, for Greta Thunberg's statue, is the college famous for hairdressing care? Doing it for pigtails, the statue, I wonder how eco-friendly it is. Oh, yeah, because concrete is not eco-friendly, is it? Isn't that one of the worst things for the environment, concrete? I believe it is. Adrian says, sorry, my camera is broken trying to take your picture. How rude. Vera says, on the subject of Alan Turing, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have been able to crack the code and stop the Germans during World War II. Very important man. Very important man. I saw the film. There was a film, V, recently. Was it Code Break? Alan Turing film. Really good film. I think I saw it on Netflix. Alan Turing. The Imitation Game, that was it. The Imitation Game. And he's played by... who's he played by? Very famous actor. Unusual name. Rudolph. Is it Rudolph? Rupert? Rudolph? Cast. Hang on, cast. Benedict Cumberbatch. He plays Alan Turing. It's a really good film. If you get a chance to see that, The Imitation Game, which I'm sure I saw on the Netflix there, okay? Ollie, he's just back. He's been prepping for his first 2-hour show tomorrow afternoon at Reach on Air. When's Ollie on then? Hang on, let's have a quick look. Ollie is on tomorrow at... I think he's an afternoon boy, isn't he? Afternoon. Ollie. Where are you? Is it another station you're on? Are you on another station, Ollie? I don't see you on there on Saturday. Do you mean Sunday? One moment, please. When are you on? I don't think you're on Reach, are you? I can't see you on Reach at all for tomorrow. What show are you? What station are you on there? Mike and Brighton, statues. Did you know that the Nelson's column in Dublin's O'Connell Street was taken down in 1966? I didn't know you had one there. Oh. As for Greta Thunberg, I'm all for that. Make her into a statue to shut her up. She does my head in. Love her in spitting image. Or you must be subscribing to something. I can't afford subscriptions, darling. Bad enough just playing for the Netflix, dear. All right. On we move then. Blimey, it's 27 minutes to 10 o'clock already, isn't it? Would you like to see the scans? Now, I'm going to show you the scans. My nephew and his girlfriend are having a baby, okay? And he sent me some scans. They're so pleased with themselves. They really are. Anyway, they sent me some scans. I've selected you. When you do scans, you seem to get 4 pictures, like 4 pictures. And I've chosen the 4 best ones. So here is my nephew's either daughter or son. They don't know yet. Apparently, they have another scan next week, and then they can find out what it is. I would not want to know, really. I don't know why you'd want to know, but anyway, here we go. You ready? Here's the first one. There you go. It's my nephew's little baby, growing quietly. There he is. He or she. And there's the other one. All right. Oh, look. Picture number 1. Jimmy and Charlotte's baby, and picture number 2. And I was given permission to show those to you. There you go. All right, I know some of you have been waiting to see that. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. Ollie's on at 3 o'clock on Reach. Are you? Let's have a look there. Saturday. I'm looking at April. That's why. Silly old fool I am. Tomorrow, there we are. 3 o'clock on Reach. Ollie K for 2 whole hours. After Sparky. Where's Paul tonight? Sparky. After Ollie tomorrow. All Out Noughties. That's music from the 2000s, okay? Ollie K, who's with us at this moment. Tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock at Reach on Air. All right? Thank you, Alan. He's looked as well. I'm looking at the wrong blooming date. I went ahead of 4 weeks, didn't I? Vera, how many nieces and nephews have you got? Okay, I've got 2 nephews. Jimmy is the youngest. And Gary is the oldest. And a niece called Tracy. Gary has 3 children. So I have Evie. She's the oldest great niece. She's 8. There's Harry, who's 7. And there's Olivia, who's 5. And then my niece has 3 children. So great niece, great nephew George is 8. Great niece Evie, who's 7. And great nephew James is 3. I think he's 3. And he don't stop talking. Chat all the time. Great nephew. And another one coming soon. So there we are. Very expensive at Christmas. And I love it. I love it. Throat's actually been not bad over the last 5 days, to be honest. It's almost stopped. 2 months. 2 months. I do actually have, and this is a bit of a pain in the arse, to be honest. I've got an email here from, because I went to see the doctor, and they booked me in for a scan on Tuesday, the 13th of April. The very week I'm supposed to go back up to the caravan, assuming that everything goes well and we are actually allowed to travel around again. So next week, of course, is Easter Monday. So that week we weren't going, because we're not allowed to move around at Easter. That's too early. It's the week after, they're saying. So I would have gone up there probably, I would imagine a bit Monday. So I probably would have gone there Monday. But now I've got the appointment on Tuesday. But you know what? It's not too much of a problem because I haven't got any work to go to at the moment. So I can just go. What I'll probably do is go on the Tuesday night. So I've got my appointment at the hospital at 3:15 in the afternoon, which is quite late. I don't like going to blooming appointments in the middle of the afternoon. I like to be in there early in the morning, you know. But let's just... I could ring up and change the appointment, but I don't usually do that. I just take what they give me and that's it. The NHS are very busy and I appreciate anything that they do for us, really. You know, I'm not one to shout and scream, so if I get an appointment for 3:15, I'll be there at time. So I've got that on the... So I'll probably... What I'll do is then come home, have a little bit of a sleep if it's not too late, and then go up Tuesday night. So I'll cancel Wednesday and Thursday's shows, probably. Simply for the fact I'm not set up at the moment up there. There'll be a lot of computer updates to do. And I'm not sure how the radio thing... It's all right for the video stuff, but I'm not sure how the radio thing's going to work because there's no music on the computer. There's no play-out system. So I've got nothing there, like radio-wise, because I only started doing this back in November. So I think probably that's what I'll do there. All right. Thanks for asking, Mike. But it's much better. Now, they did say if it gets better, just ring us up and you cancel it. Which, we'll see what happens. Fran, bless them. Congratulations to them both, to Jimmy and Charlotte. If only they watched the show, really, you know. Daniel's checked Liberty Radio page about 33 weeks ago. Your name is there, but not in blue. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, Alan was saying you've got to do your own Wikipedia page or something. I'm not quite sure how that works. Have I read all your messages out there? Yeah, I think I have. Let me just clear down what's come there because I'm getting confused with what I haven't or haven't read. Oh, Shania. There you go. Shania. Congratulations from Shania to Jimmy and Charlotte. Thank you, Shania. Not married, Shania. Not married. Don't tell the bishop. Don't tell Phil. For Christ's sake, don't tell him, my darling. Not married. Oh, I know what I've got to show you. Remember I said to you, I said to you, Denise has made me another little notebook. Here we go, here it is. She puts a little note on there, look. Isn't that nice? You said you'd run out of notes. Glad you like the other one. Here's one from Denise. There you go. She made me that little notebook that I put all my stuff in for the show usually, you see. Thank you very much, Denise, for that. Okay, what else have we got here? Let me have a look. If you could do any job and work anywhere, where and what... Shania, don't even go there, darling. Not married. He's listening. Not married. If you could do any job and work anywhere, where and what would you do? I ask this because there's been a thing from the Nationwide Building Society. I'm not quite 100% sure what it's all about, but they've told their staff they can choose where they work. Now, I think that means at home or in the office. I don't know if it meant they could decide to move anywhere in the country and just work from there. I'm not quite sure. But would you like where would you like to work? Is there anywhere you'd like to work? What about in the city, something like that? Would that be for you? I mean, maybe there's one or two of you that work in the city. In the middle of all those buildings and pollution and hundreds of people running around all over the blooming place. Is that for you? So I quite like the idea of working, as I said right at the beginning of the show, and being given total trust. I like to be trusted in the jobs I do. Don't want people popping around. Just come to see how you're getting on. No, you gave me the job. Just let me do it. I'm a bit like that, really. I like total trust, and I will give them total loyalty. Is there something that you might like to do in your life? Quite like to drive a bus or a train. I would imagine that, of course, it's every boy's dream, isn't it, to drive a train, isn't it? But I would imagine it becomes quite boring after a while, driving a train, don't you think? Just sitting there looking at that little window. Of course, a very important job. It's mainly, I'm sure most of the trains are all automatic now. You just push a button and off it goes. Stops on its own, starts on its own. A bit like a plane. You know, basically the train driver is there for health and safety. Health and safety, innit, mate? You have for health and safety. Yeah, health and safety, mate. You know, if something goes wrong, perhaps there's an explosion on the train somewhere, then the driver is fully trained to get you off in the safest way that he knows. He knows what way you've got to walk along the track. Whether or not you should actually get off the train. That's why that driver's there. He's very, very, very important. They get quite a lot of money, train drivers, don't they? But, you know, they have all those passengers' lives in their hands. I'd quite like to drive a train now, you know, just, I don't know, maybe one day where, because you can pay to drive a bus, can't you? You can, like, go on a bus experience day or something like that. Eh? Would that be for you? Drive a train. Where would I want to go? What's the Scotland? Just the Scotland. Quite like to do that. Drive a bus, maybe. Again, bus driving. I'd like to do the mechanical part of it, as in driving the bus. I don't think I'd like to deal with the blooming passengers, though. Or, you know, people who have got out-of-date passes and haven't got enough money. You have to chuck people off. Kids upstairs smoking or whatever. Can you? No, you can't smoke on the bus now, can you? We used to smoke on the bus on the way home from school. They'd be smoking me head off on the top of the bus. What about you? Where would you like to work, or what would you like to do? Anything? Anything like that? Let's have a look. Adrian says, I worked in the city for a number of years. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, I mean, getting on the train with all those people and hundreds of people pushing and shoving all the time. It's not my idea of fun, to be honest. You know, that being said, you know, you're working somewhere like Canary Wharf. I mean, it's quite a prestigious thing to say. Where do you work? Canary Wharf. That's quite prestigious to say that, isn't it? Eh? I'd quite like to work perhaps for someone of great importance. The Queen. Seriously. You know, to be able to give someone total loyalty like that, and they would appreciate it. You know, when to speak and when not to speak. Or maybe like a star or somewhere like that. You know, like a big star. I don't know, Tina Turner, right? And they would talk to you like you was their brother or something like that. You know, like a proper friend, and they would share with you all these secrets. And I would never go run into the papers, not even for £10 million. I just wouldn't do it. Not a celebrity. Oh Christ! Can you just imagine working for someone like who can I think? Victoria Beckham or Gemma Collins. Can you imagine working for them? No, not interested. Big star, Barry Manilow. There you go. Quite like to do something like that. Something that requires my total loyalty. Mike in Brighton says, I'd love to work in your call centre. The woman is still out in the toilet or smoking a fat. Is she still out there? Let's have a quick look, darling. Because these are actually live pictures coming in. Yeah, you're right. She's still out. What the hell is she doing in those toilets? Where is she gone now? I don't know, Mike. Mike wants to work in my call centre. Adrian never used to get public transport. He drove to work. Gosh. Used to know the tube driver. He used to smoke wacky backy when he was driving the trains to help him keep sane in the dark tunnels. Oh, I don't think I'd like an underground train. That must be boring, underground. I mean, overground trains, that's what I was talking about there. All you can see is that little window, aren't you? But an underground train, just driving in darkness all the time. What a boring job that must be, isn't it? There was a bloke who used to come in a black cap, Sean, I think his name was. He used to drive underground trains. He was telling me, you know, a lot of underground trains die from lung cancer. And they don't really know why, except it must be like the brake dust and stuff like that in those underground tunnels, I suppose, because it can't get out, can it? I mean, they're hardly going around with hoovers clearing it all up, are they? Hoover! Alan Ross, as you know, I drove on the District Line, and it does get very boring and monotonous under normal circumstances. But as you say, when things go wrong, you certainly earn your money. I was working on the 7/7 explosions, which was possibly the scariest time of my life. It was on the train. Not so bad on the District Line, though, surely, Alan. At least you're out in the open some of the time, aren't you? You just imagine working on something like the Circle Line. Isn't that completely... Or the Bakerloo. That's completely underground, isn't it? Is that completely... doesn't come up at all? The Victoria Line. I like being on that Victoria Line when you're in central London. They tear through those tunnels. The noise. You can't have a conversation with someone. It's that loud. I love it. It's faster and faster and faster. I love underground. I love all trains. Love being on the trains. Always have done. Always have done. Vera hated the train journey to work from Walthamstow to White City. She'd like to be anywhere on a narrow boat doing nothing. Oh, you want to get friendly with... what's their names now? Two beautiful people that come into Central Station. You know what I mean? And he sings on the stage. She sings on the stage, doesn't she? Oh, what's their names now? Beautiful people. She does T-Rex. Get it on, get it on, get it on. Da, 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 da. Does that one. Who am I talking about, Vera? You know what I mean? Those two. They live on a narrow boat, don't they? I think Guy manages Central Station. He's been on the narrow boat. They live on a boat. They love it. I don't know if it's cheaper or not to sort of live on a narrow boat or rather a house. I don't know what's cheaper because you still got costs on it, and of course the maintenance on one of those boats. You have to keep painting the thing, don't you? Rachel, telephone lady, she's probably going around putting the toilet rolls on the spools in the public toilets. Good point, Rachel. That's probably what she's doing. As people who visit them keep running off with them. Oh, terrible thing to do. Steal toilet papers, steal toilet rolls from your place of work. What a dreadful thing to do. You know what I mean, don't you, Vera? I thought you would, yeah. They're lovely people. They live on a boat. Get talking to those. They're happily, they like to have a little bit of a piss up on the boat with their bottles of wine and whatever. All right, darling, we'll close the phone lines now, as you probably noticed there, my loves. Now, what do you prefer? What do you prefer out of these two? You ready? There you go. What do you want, George? Would you like the cucumber and salmon? Or would you like the 2 cream eggs? Incidentally, McDonald's now doing cream egg McFlurries. I think on Easter Sunday I'm going to have a cream egg. I have made that decision. Honey roast crisps and cream egg after the bingo. Or shall I have that for lunch? I can't decide. I'm salivating now. Liquid is coming out of my mouth and going down my throat. What would you prefer then? I'll ask you again. Go on, what do you prefer? The cream egg or the salmon and the cucumber? I ask you this because 2 stories. First of all, it's Gemma. Gemma has shown off her tiny lunch. She's revealed she started weighing her meals again. Well done, Gemma. And her lunch is actually the one on the left of that picture there. She has, for lunch, 5 slices of cucumber, and a piece of that salmon stuff. I don't know what that's called. Salmon something or other. Salmon something or other. What is it? Salmon bake. A measly lunch of salmon and 5 slices of cucumber. That's what she's having for lunch at the moment. Because she's trying to lose the weight again. And there is a picture of her. I think she might have only just started with that. Also at the moment, as well as doing that, she's now trying red light therapy. Gemma Collins, this is. She's turned to life-changing red light therapy to help her unlock her healing power, apparently. She shared a picture of her lying in the red light therapy bed. Let's have a look. Oh, it's like a sunbed. Well, how did she get under that then? Blimey. She must have wedged herself in there somehow. Or maybe the top comes up, does it? I don't know. Anyway, there she is, a picture of her in underwear and protective goggles. Oh, dear me. Anyway, she's doing light therapy as well. Apparently, the red light can penetrate deep into the skin where it can be absorbed and used by her cells. Not quite sure if that's going to help with weight loss or anything like that, but there you go. Good luck to you, Gemma. She does try. I don't know if she actually seriously tries the weight thing. I'll be honest with you. I know we take the mick on here, but, you know, it's just entertainment, right? I don't know if she actually does this weight loss thing seriously or just does it to be in the newspapers again. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I'll just send a few more pictures of myself in, you know, doing a run or something like that just to get in the papers. I'm not sure what she does. But you, as I say, you got the choice of the of that or the cream eggs. Now, couple of messages here. Shania says, after Sunday Mass, have your cream egg. Oh, no, that would be too early because that would be like 11 o'clock. I'm still not going to church. The trouble is, the thing is, Shania, there's now quite a few people in the church, you may have noticed, now kind of rely on me to shove the Mass, that's probably the wrong word to use when you're talking about a church service, to put the mass service on the YouTube, and they're all sitting at home watching it on their smart tellies. Because, as you probably know, you can't, or at least I can't watch live Facebook videos on my smart telly. And that's why I put it on YouTube, because I can watch live YouTube things on my telly. I've got an LG telly downstairs. That's why I started doing it. Well, over the period of time, we've built up a few people now who like to watch it on the telly. So, of course, if I go to church, I can't do the video thing. I've kind of backed myself into a corner there. So I will be doing the Good Friday, the Easter Saturday vigil thing, which I think is usually about 8 o'clock. And, of course, Easter Sunday, I'll be doing all those on my religious YouTube channel thing. But I can't... A cream egg after Sunday Mass. Oh, I don't know. It's a bit early, 11 o'clock in the morning. I mean, is it ever too early to have a cream egg? I don't know. Steve Murray, he's got very excited on the thought of cream eggs. Steve. Did you get your T-shirt all right, Steve? That went in the post the next day. Did you get that? Ollie K. At school, there are cleaners that go around and sanitise touch points, and that includes handrails. So when me and my mates finish, maybe we jump onto the rail and slide down in our backsides, and we go flying because it's so slippery from the sanitising. Do you do that? Oh, be careful, Ollie. Bleed now, you'll do your backing if you come off that. I tried it once. I was so heavy that I wouldn't move down the banister. I was just too heavy to do it. Fran, she'd rather have the cream egg, but not McFlurry, too sickly. McFlurries are not the best ice creams, I've always said that. The best ice creams are in Skegness, on the beach. They come out of one of those machines like that, and you have a choice of toppings. You have it dipped into molten chocolate and it all goes hard on the outside. Oh, yes. Hundreds and thousands, or bits of marshmallow. Oh, Skegness ice creams are to die for. You probably will die if you go there at the moment and get coronavirus. Yeah. Mike in Brighton loves cream eggs. But he prefers walnut whips. My next daily treat is raspberry and vanilla shower gel, which you can't eat, but it smells heavenly. Is it expensive, that one? Now, talking of those cream eggs, here's a little secret that you may or may not know, gang. That is the amount of sugar in a cream egg. I don't know how that works, because you wouldn't think you could get that into a cream egg. But the Daily Mirror reported the countdown to Easter is on, and it's not long until we can tuck into the bargain chocolate that will soon be on offer, which is on offer now. Oh, the bargain chocolate, of course. Yeah, I mean, once Easter's over, you'll be able to go into these shops and buy all these Easter eggs dirt cheap. Go in quickly on the Monday. Go in on the Monday. They sell them all off cheap. But you've got to be quick. It's about the time of year Cadbury's cream eggs are placed invitingly at every checkout as we happily fall victim to temptations every time we do a food shop. Oh, they're so nice. I bought a box of them once. Could they reduce them all? That was at the Co-op just down the road. I bought a box of Cadbury's cream eggs. You may have been there, Vera, and I was giving them out one Monday. I think Maureen was there. Maureen was there. I used to give them out. Everyone who sang got a Cadbury's cream egg. So nice and yummy. But the sugar in a Cadbury's cream egg. Huh? Look at it all. A mum shared a photo of a cream egg alongside a hefty mountain of sugar, claiming to show how much the sweet treat contained, even adding a 2p coin to the mix for scale. Some chocolate fans said, couldn't fit that much sugar into an egg. This is a lie. We decided to test it for ourselves. According to Cadbury's website, giving us all the information we'd rather usually not know, a cream egg weighs 40 grams, containing 177 calories. Now, I'll be honest with you. If you're having just one cream egg, 177 calories, that don't sound an awful lot to me. Does it you? There's 177 calories in a cream egg. That contains 6.1 grams of fat and 26.5 grams of sugar. That's a lot of sugar in it. I don't know how much you're allowed to each day. You know, the government gives advice how much salt and sugar and all that you can have, don't they? You see, I don't add sugar to anything at all, ever. So I can probably get away with one of those now and again, you know. If, like us, you've far more interested in how things taste than nutritional information printed on the back of the packaging, a measurement of 26.5 grams of sugar actually means, it says here, very little. So we weighed it out, and although it appears to be slightly less than the mum's original photo, thanks to a more forgiving camera angle, it's still pretty shocking. Here we go. The NHS guidelines state adults should have no more than 30 grams of sugar a day, which is roughly the equivalent to 7 sugar cubes. I'm sure I don't have anywhere near that, to be honest. Children aged 7 to 10, the smaller ones, they should only be having 24 grams of sugar. Well, I'm sure my lot will be having an awful lot more than that on Easter Sunday. It's recommended not to exceed 19 grams for smaller children there. One cream egg exceeds the daily recommended intake of sugar for those under 11, and even for adults it leaves you with less than 4 grams to play with for the rest of the day. That's all right. No problem with that. I'll just have the... Can you have like 10 cream eggs in one day and not have any for 10 more days? Does that work? I love them. Don't you love those cream eggs? I'm not too keen on that advert with the two gays. Have you seen that, Mike? These two gays, and they're eating a cream egg like that. Oh, no, it's not right. It's not right if it was a man and a woman. It did not look good on the advert. That was a bad advert, that was. Whether it's 2 men, 2 girls, man and woman, it just looked disgusting. What do you think on that, gang? The one's one-sided, they're sharing an egg, and then oh, no. Quite apart from that, all that egg that was wasted dripping on the floor. That could have been in your tummies. Cream eggs. Love them. Shania doesn't like cream eggs. Oh. Have you not? Can't believe that. Have you been asked to scream the tritidium? Yes. No, I haven't. I don't need to be asked, you see, Shania. He asked last year. Once I'm asked, that's it. You give me a job. Forget about it. It will always be done until I'm told to not do it anymore. But I decided to just do it myself, really. Yeah. Rachel says, do you mean from the ice cream stall which is next to the lifeboat on the seafront at Skeggy? Yes. There's actually a few of them around there. So if you're going down, okay, along that road, okay, the beach is there. On the left, that's where we usually go. If you go round the corner to the left, so now you're right next to the lifeboat station, that woman there, miserable cow. Miserable. Don't want to buy anything from her, thank you very much. Don't smile. Miserable. So we go around the other side. All those different toppings. I always have the large one. Sometimes I have 2. Okay. And it's shocking, isn't it? 2 ice cream. I'll have one. Shall I have another one? It's usually my nephew. Yeah, go and have another one, Uncle Chris. Vera Taylor. She's working on Sunday to move all the Easter eggs when the shop is closed. Oh, yes. Cheap Easter eggs. Is Gemma Collins on your diet spreadsheet on Wednesday? No, funnily enough, she hasn't asked Vera. I don't know why that is. I heard that she was a regular viewer to the show. Vera thinks cream eggs are too sweet. No, they're just... Oh, they're so nice, Vera. Cream eggs. Adrian, Charbonnel et Walker. What's that? Charbonnel et Walker. You must try these chocolates out. They're absolutely divine. Not too much sugar in the chocolate. Absolutely. The only drawback is very expensive. Well, let me just type that in and see how much they are. Charbonnel et Walker. Hang on a minute. One minute. Let me just type those in there. See how that goes. I'm feeling quite peckish at the moment. I want my dinner. Oh, here we go. Luxury chocolates, gift boxes. Okay, shop our collection chocolate type. Okay, chocolate gift boxes. Let's have a look there. Chocolate gift boxes. Nothing happening. Oh, there we go. All sorted. No, let's go for milk chocolate. Milk chocolate 2. Here we go. 70 quid? 70 quid for a box of chocolates? Are you off your head, dear? Blimey, 70 quid. Let's have a look at some of the others then. Classic fine milk and dark chocolate box, 2 kilos without alcohol. How much? How much? £280 for a box of bleeding chocolates? Are you for real? The milk tray's £2.80 down at the co-op. Dear me. Why would you spend that much money on chocolates? Unless you love someone. Well, I've got no one to love me. Although, messages are coming through now, darling. Who knows, this time next week I might be married off. I won't have time to do this. We'll be downstairs watching the telly. Wonder how long I could go without actually doing these shows. Oh, dear. Very expensive. Good for the diet, says Adrian. Yeah, well. Fran says, how many cream eggs can you have? What, in a day? 1, dear. 1. Maybe 2. 3. I could have 2. I usually have 2, to be honest. Cream eggs. I love them. All right. Can you just do the old thumbs up, please? You know, what do you call that? Forgot what that's called now. Like. Could you do some likes on your way out today, my darlings? What's the time? Oh, my God, it's 10:05. Oh, I think we'll go now, darling. Wow. There was just one more thing on there. Have you had any fraud phone calls? I had my first one this morning. I've never had one before. A mobile number, which was... Where is it now? It was a mobile phone number. Here it is. Oh, hang on a minute. Was it that one? It started off 07987. It just looked like a normal phone number, so I answered it. And it was an answer phone message telling me that there was a problem with my tax returns. Well, that's funny. We haven't sent them in yet. Not until next month. There was a problem with my tax returns, and if I didn't contact them immediately, the police would be on their way and I would be arrested. Seriously? And it was an answer phone. Press 1 to speak to someone. Just put the phone down. Done. So, be aware. The Inland Revenue is not going to ring you. The bank is not going to... Because you know what would have happened? They would have then asked for details and things to accept payment. The sad thing is, and as I said before, with all these scams and that, they wouldn't be doing them if no one ever fell over on them, you know. People do, and someone else might have got that call and pressed the 1 to be connected to someone else, and then you've got problems. Anyone like that rings, put the blooming phone down. If you really want to, then look up the Inland Revenue phone number yourself for your area and give them a call. Tell them what's happened. You'll have the number come up on your phone. See, they've learnt now. These vile scamming people have learnt now that a lot of people, if you send a withheld number, they just don't take the call. It's like doing this show now. You know, over the years when we have done phone calls, we used to get no end of people ring up and like just put the phone down or swear quickly and put the phone down. And they were all unheld numbers. We don't take those anymore. You've got to send your number if you're going to call. That's how it is, you know. And if you do pick up this phone and suddenly swear, I can straight away block that number and you'll never be able to call from there again. And once, believe me, once you're blocked, that's it. We don't unblock people. All right. Let's have a look at. Speaking of chocolate, Mike in Brighton here. Mike in Brighton says, speaking of chocolate, my friend's dad in Dublin worked at Cadbury's. We used to get all the rejects like Kit Kats without biscuits. Delicious. Oh, my. Did you ever buy boxes of broken biscuits, did you? Broken biscuits, did you ever buy those? Boxes of broken biscuits? I think you can get those on Amazon, can't you? And they're dirt cheap. Boxes of broken biscuits, dirt cheap. Adrian says you need to report the telephone number to your telephone company, who will then block it. Thank you very much. Adrian's going to buy those chocolates for his mum. I tried them on myself when I get them for her. Good excuse, but they're much lower amount of sugar because the quality of the products and lower fat. I think I'd stick to the milk tray. I cannot possibly spend that amount, hundreds of pounds, on a box of chocolates. Thank you very much. Gosh. Anyway, that's it for the show today. Sorry, we didn't get through a whole list of things to do there. Thanks ever so much for joining us. Another chat show for you on Monday morning. Monday evening, rather. 8 o'clock Monday night is our next chat show. Alan Ross will be on the radio at midnight tonight. Do join him for hours and hours of fun and entertainment and little tidbits of information and all sorts of stuff in the Alan Ross show, okay? Bingo Sunday night, there it is. Want to play Bingo Sunday night? You haven't registered? Just send me an email. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address. Say, please add me to the bingo. And I'll do that for you for Sunday night. Thanks very much for joining us on this Friday night. And I'll see you again very soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night now.